name's Jared Ingersoll. I'm a chef by trade, and I'm one of the people that was involved in the developing of the brand Butcher and Farmer that we opened up at the tram sheds. So for me, when I very first started cooking, it was in New Zealand, and would buy a bag of white fish, and it would just come in a plastic bag. I had no idea what it was. And one of the things that I noticed when I was a young cook, I was very focused on Marco Pierre White. When White Heat came out, that was just like, man, I copied every single recipe word for word out and committed them to memory. And so I went through this phase of thinking that good food was that sort of intense disregard for nature. But at the time I was just young, I didn't know anything. I was just like, he's a rock star, so I'm just going to emulate that. But I did notice that I would go fishing or would grow food or I'd go hiking in New Zealand, and there was this disconnect from the way that nature was portrayed on a plate in a decent restaurant to what it actually was. Because my belief was, if I know that you're producing the food and I've got a really good, passionate, honest, open relationship with you, your food is always delicious. I then started to get a little bit political with it, and got heavily involved with organisations like Greenpeace, with Nature Conservation Council, with Slow Food, all these different organisations. But I did find that when I was doing that back in 2002, it was a very lonely time. Like, there was no one that really cared. Food and politics sometimes doesn't mix when it's lunchtime and you want to get back to work. It can get really unsexy. And so I then just thought to myself, well, as long as I make food delicious, and I'll take on the responsibility of sourcing and being ethical and developing that relationship, then I'll let people ask questions, I'll have information. And from there, that's when one of the light bulb moments went off. I mean, it was like, don't preach to people, just do it, and then let them discover it and enjoy the beauty of beautiful produce. The philosophy is pretty straightforward. We know where our food comes from, and we do as little to it as possible, and we serve it in the most respectful, harmonious way possible. And don't lose focus on the fact that it needs to be delicious and it needs to come out nice and quick. Like, nothing too highbrow, very simple, just nice, simple wholesomeness. Our role in the kitchens is that we curate food. We don't create it. It's already been created when it turns up. Our job is just respectfully and harmoniously produce meals that people want to eat. We do a lot of whole roasted animals, which are cooking pretty much all day long. We've got some chevron goats that are down there. We've got some Hay Valley lambs. We've got Malanda Park pigs, which we spit roast. We're using hombre chickens. They do a free-range chicken, and they're producing a couple of spots, mainly in the Hawkesbury. We've got this big, sexy smoker down there, big Southern Pride pit. So we've got a very beautiful, sophisticated smoker. Like, it's one of those things, like, everybody's into the yodeler with the offset smoker, and you need like tats in a bed. And this thing produces beautiful food, but it doesn't have that same sort of. It's a bit more machined and engineered, but it's still a glorious thing to cook. And now we're moving to summer. There's going to be sort of the development of the menu into some more sort of summery style of stuff and beautiful produce.